I honestly thought I was done talking on this, but new information is being given to us every day in the old spiritual and tarot community, and there are so many different fights that have splintered off of this main thing of Alex leaving. Who knew that she could break the internet in such a way? Initially, I was not worried or concerned about the fact that, you know, she'd chosen religion, chosen Christianity. I was like, ah, fuck it, her path, you know, whatever, she can do whatever she wants to do. And that, I think, is still true, but we have the added nuance now of she has a new account, which I'm not going to say the name of here because I don't necessarily want to promote it. I mean, if it lands in the comments, it lands in the comments somehow, you know, someone posts it, they post it. But on that new account, she follows, I think, just 2 people, maybe 3 people, but I don't know, I swear it said 3 people, but I couldn't see one of them, or I could only see 2 accounts. Maybe I've already blocked one of the people that she follows, but one was a creator who used to be a witch and now actively denounces witchcraft, tarot, anything like that, and, you know, using demonic basically in the same sentence as tarot and witchcraft, which is a great shame. And the other person that she follows is going on about, like, we need to be prepared for the second coming of Christ. And it does make me think, actually, I think Alex might have gone off the deep end here. And, you know, when you are a little bit younger and impressionable and you've had a hard year and you're trying to find yourself, you will launch yourself into these things that it may be ill-advised. You know, you may launch yourself into things too hard. My hope still remains that, you know, she's done that thing that people do. They find something interesting to involve themselves in. They go in too hard and then eventually they pull it back. But I think now the damage has really been done, and I think that, you know, if she does want to come back to tarot one day, maybe she won't at all, but if she does, I feel like the damage is done. I feel like this is irreversible. I feel like people will not trust her again, because that is it's a sidestep in many ways, but it's also a big kind of, you know, to the tarot community and to the people that were paying her bills for so long. And that initially was not a point that I was ready to agree with, because I thought that she'd just, you know, become Christians as I know them. You know, my grandma was a devout Christian, but she always, you know, if she prayed, she would pray for people's health, and she used it in a really positive way. You know, she took the love thy neighbour part, like, times 1,000, and kind of did it that way. And I was sort of, you know, fingers crossed that was the same way that Alex was going, but it looks like it's not. And it actually looks like the religious route that Alex has chosen is, like, you know, when they start calling it scripture, it's like, okay, this is getting serious. Like, reciting scripture at the camera, like a pastor, but, like, almost, like, worse than a pastor. I mean, I don't know, I'm not part of the Christian community, so I don't know the right words for the right things, and I'm not trying to offend anyone here. I'm trying to have a neutral sort of outlook on this, but that kind of pipeline does directly feed into the whole tradwife thing. And I did notice a few days, maybe a couple of weeks before she left the platform, doing tarot anyway, that she had uploaded a video talking about lust, and talking about how everything is so lustful these days. And, you know, she's not wrong, a lot of things are sexualized, but also at the same time, the way that she was talking about lust was very much like it was sinful. And I was, like, that close. I wrote out a comment on that video going, I see what you're trying to say about everything being sexualized, and, you know, I don't want to see 16-year-olds walking around in micro school skirts any more than anybody else does. That makes me sad when I see it. But also at the same time, it's kind of dangerous to start referring to feelings of lust as being sinful, or suggesting that feelings of lust are sinful, because that then takes us down the path of shame, and that takes us down a path where we're no longer allowed to feel our normal human sensations, and that isn't necessarily, I would say, one of the best parts of religion. I would say, from my impression, my brief impression of what's going on here, that Alex has chosen the path of Christianity, which leads to shame, and which leads to like really intense indoctrination, which leads to misogyny, and which leads to other such problematic things. And it's just a great shame to see it, I think. And I can't comment any more than that because I've not, been through I've not been through religion in that way, I've not experienced it in that way. My family were Church of England and tried to make me go to Sunday school once and never went again because I was a devil child, obviously. I grew up to be who I am now. I'm going to reject the church at a very young age, but it has thrown me for a loop. It has thrown me for a loop. Everybody now splintering off into their own individual fights. People now accusing each other of being racist, and there has been some racism flying around, and that has been absolutely like a despicable side effect of what has happened here. And I don't condone these people. That fucking guy who was like alluding to death threats or something to that woman, but also the woman's not 100% in the clear either because she's, been talking her shit about things that she shouldn't be running her mouth about, and nobody is a saint. And then I see that Hayley Williams has started mentioning Tally in her performances instead of Alex Reed's tarot, and I'm like, so I have no real opinion on Tally's readings, but I know because I said it before and I will say it again. Everybody that you watch online who reads tarot as a job, who is in the spiritual world as a job, is human and will disappoint you at some point. We are going to disappoint you, each of us. We are going to come out with an opinion. We're going to say something off the cuff. Something is going to rub you up the wrong way because people do not necessarily love all the things about each other all the time. We are as good as strangers, you and me, and even when you have super close friends, there's still things about those super close friends that you accept but that you maybe don't really love. They'll come out with something sometimes and you'll think, where the fuck did that come from? Don't say that shit again. So even friends, even family, even the people that you love the most in life disappoint you. You have to be prepared to be disappointed by us. We're not perfect, right? We do not have these. I find it so hard to voice my opinion really eloquently on this because I feel like it's quite a complex feeling that I'm having. Alex used to be on everyone's pedestal when it came to tarot. She disappointed us. Someone else is now going on that pedestal. And they're going to disappoint us. And the fact that Hayley is now just kind of I think that she should just change the word. When she sings that song, I think that she should just make it not related to TikTok tarot readers. It's funny, it's cultural, whatever. It's a cultural phenomenon to have us on here reading tarot to you all. But she's gonna have to keep changing that fucking lyric, and that's not my point. My point is be ready, come armed with the thing of whoever you feel like you're really putting your trust in right now, me absolutely included. Be ready for us to do something one day that rubs you up the wrong way and makes you think, this person is maybe not who I thought they were, because we're not who you think we are, right? There's so many people on here pretending to be God. They are pretending to have all the answers. So many spiritual creators who are pretending to know everything, to be in a position where they can give you advice that you should absolutely trust with all of your might. And I think just to avoid this happening again, I don't know. I don't even know. It's just thrown me for a loop, and it's made me think, oh God. It's made me wonder how much longer I can do this for. I love what I do, but it makes me wonder how long I can do this on the internet for.